We all have a side to ourselves we don't like to show. This hidden part is called the shadow self. It's like a secret room in our minds where we keep our fears, flaws, and impulses we deem unacceptable. We often try to hide this shadow from the world and even from ourselves. Imagine a sunny day. You see a person walking and they cast a shadow. That shadow is a part of them, even if they don't always see it. Our shadow self is like that. It's a part of us, even if we try to ignore it. We might see glimpses of it in our anger, our selfishness, or our deepest fears. This shadow isn't inherently bad. It's simply a part of who we are. It holds the potential for both darkness and light. Understanding our shadow is crucial because it holds the key to greater self-awareness and personal growth. You might ask, why bother with such an unpleasant part of ourselves? The answer is simple. Our shadow has power. When we ignore it, it can control us in unhealthy ways. It might manifest as addiction, self-sabotage, or troubled relationships. Think of it like a pressure cooker. If you keep adding pressure and never release it, eventually it will explode. Facing our shadow is about releasing the pressure, understanding these hidden parts of ourselves. This process allows us to grow and become more whole individuals. By acknowledging our shadow, we take away its power. We can choose how we respond to those darker impulses. This process isn't about becoming perfect. It's about becoming more conscious and in control of our lives. Famous psychologist Carl Jung spent years studying the shadow self. He believed that acknowledging our shadow is essential for psychological health. Jung argued that ignoring the shadow only makes it stronger and more likely to control our behavior. Jung compared the shadow to a wild animal. If we try to lock it away and pretend it doesn't exist, it will only become wilder and more dangerous. However, if we learn to understand and work with it, we can tame it and even learn from its primal wisdom. Jung's work reminds us that the path to wholeness involves integrating all parts of ourselves, including the parts we might find distasteful. By facing our shadow, we begin to understand the complexities of the human experience. Embracing the shadow, a practical guide. Confronting our shadow can feel daunting, but it doesn't have to be. Start by simply noticing your thoughts and behaviors. Pay attention to your reactions, especially the negative ones. What triggers your anger, shame, or fear? Journaling can be a powerful tool. Write down your dreams, your fears, and the things you judge in yourself and others. Remember, the goal isn't to judge yourself for these thoughts and feelings, but simply to observe them. Another helpful practice is to reflect on the qualities you dislike in others. Often, the things we criticize most fiercely in others are reflections of our own unacknowledged shadow. Remember, facing our shadow is a lifelong journey, not a destination. Be patient with yourself and celebrate the small victories along the way. The path to wholeness. The journey of self-discovery involves exploring both the light and dark within us. By acknowledging and integrating our shadow, we step into our authentic selves. This process isn't about becoming perfect, it's about becoming whole. When we embrace our shadow, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and others. We cultivate compassion for our own imperfections and become more forgiving of the flaws in others. This journey of self-awareness and acceptance is ongoing, but the rewards are immeasurable. As we integrate our shadow, we move closer to living a more authentic, meaningful life. Remember, you are not your shadow. You are the light that chooses to see it, understand it, and ultimately integrate it.